Welcome everyone to another episode of A Bright Side and another episode of the Great Cornish Pasty-Off. Today I'm in Camborne to sample pasties from two bakeries that I have never had a pasty before. I'm excited. Berryman's bakery in the main street and Barnecutt, which is up in Pool. I'm excited for this, so let's go check it out. While I'm in Camborne, I will just point out the plaque to Richard Trevithick. Do have to be a little bit careful though, because it's a little bit placed, it's not placed in the best of areas because there are cars just kind of like driving past. Let's scoot over a minute. I don't want to get killed in Camborne. Well, I don't want to get killed anywhere, but there we go, in memory of Richard Trevithick. To commemorate the site where the first locomotive engine was assembled by him, and from where it was started on its highly successful run to Beacon Hill. Pretty sure it blew up when it arrived, but that's another story. But on Christmas Eve 1801, how about that? Pretty cool. And thus started the Industrial Revolution, right here in Camborne. Right, so I'm going to head into Camborne main town. I am going to start with Berryman's bakery. And what I'll do is I will pick that up, put it in my bag, scoot over to Pool to Barnecutt, pick that one up, put it in my bag, and then I will commence the judging process. Not really judging process, I mean again it's just in my humble opinion of which I think are the best pasties around. So that's kind of like the plan. Alright, I've made it to Berryman's bakery. Gonna head in. Sure to be in Camborne, part of the Cornish tin mining industry. They're going to know how to make a pasty, right? Alright, let's go. Camborne's very busy, I must say. Right, one medium steak procured and a bottle of water. So I'm going to shove that in my bag now and head over to Pool to get to Barnecutt. And then what I'll do is I'll stroll down to the Tuckingmill Valley Park where I can kind of set up the camera nicely and, well, consume the pasties, starting with this one. Alright, so let's head to Pool. Well, it wasn't too much of a stank. It was a bit of a stank up East Hill though, sometimes called Tuckingmill Hill. I think it's called Tuckingmill Hill, but I think East Hill is the official name for it. Yeah, a bit of a stank, but we made it to Pool. Got a lot of development here in recent years. We've got a KFC over there, a Costa, which is just there blocked by that yellow truck. Yeah, lots going on in this little sort of area. There's a Mickey D's down there. But we are here from Barnecutt. The quality baker. Well, we'll put that to the test. Like I said in the intro, I've never actually had a pasty from Barnecutt. Never had one from Berryman's either, so like I said, I'm interested for this. But they've been baking since 1930, so some good heritage here. Right, let's head on in. Alright, mission accomplished. Got the medium steak from Barnecutt. Nice bag. Nice bag, I like that. I'll put that in my bag and on my backpack rather, and then I'm going to make my way down to Tuckingmill Valley Park. Set up there with the camera and enjoy these two pasties. Alright, let's get down there. Alright, made it to the Tuckingmill Valley Park. These nice little sort of standing stone-esque sort of entrance things. I like it. Yeah, it's quite expansive in here. We'll find a nice little quiet spot to pitch tent, as it were, although I obviously haven't got a tent on me. But there's my shadow down there. Hello, shadow. But yeah, we'll find somewhere nice to consume our pasties. I'm hoping that the one I got at Berryman's bakery isn't too cool by now, because I did pick that up a little while ago. Liking this little boardwalk. Reminds me of like in the Florida swamps. In some of like the state parks, you can stroll through the sort of swampy areas and environments, and they've got like these sorts of like boardwalks constructed to, you know, obviously allow you to do that, because you wouldn't be able to literally walk through a swamp. Whew, I'm not going to lie, I am ready now for a couple of pasties. I am So I'm just looking because there is a road here, so. Right, so we made it. And we've got the Berryman's bakery pasty. Nice bit of oozement there coming out of the crimp. And it's got that telltale little burnt bottom there, that's always awesome. Pastry feels like nice and soft, you know, like not too dry and hard. So it was like, never had a Berryman's pasty before, so I'm excited for this. First impressions, very good. Yeah, nice seasoning on that. Just getting into the meat now. Yeah, all the veg hasn't become like one mush. Like I said in the previous video, you get some pasties, sometimes it all like mushes together and it's just... That's a nice pasty. That is a good pasty. I think Berryman's have been making pasties since, I want to say, the 1960s. They've been around a long time. I think they've got 3 bakeries. There's definitely one in Redruth. I think the main one where they make all the pasties is in Redruth. Obviously I went to one in Camborne. I'm not sure where the 3rd one is. Or in this sort of area. There's no like Berryman's in, you know, like Penzance or anything. It's a good pasty. I said in the previous video that I think I might have made a bit of a mistake with like the marking system, because I did like I'm doing like a 1 to 10, and I don't think that's enough. I should have made a 1 to 20 really, because it would have been a bit more flexible with the scoring. But I'm not going to change it like halfway through the series now, because you know, we've started this series at you know, with a 1 to 10. I'm not going to change that now. But yeah, look at that. That's really quite nice inside there. And a good bit of, and actually it's retained a lot of heat, so that must have been fairly fresh out of the oven when I bought it, because I bought this a little while ago now. Can't remember if I said in the beginning, I always pick up a medium pasty, and I always pick up a steak pasty with a short crust pastry. If you go a little bit off piste and you get like a traditional, I don't know, if I picked up a traditional Cornish in Berryman's, but then had a random chicken pasty in Barnecutt, Barnecutt, I don't think that would be a very fair test. So we're sticking basically with the traditional Cornish. That's how we're judging it. I think size, overall size, it's probably on a par with like a Warren's or a Rose for a medium pasty. But the one from Philps was bigger. I've got a feeling the one from Hampson's was a bit bigger as well. If you want to see that video, I'll leave a link. In fact, actually, if you want to see the series, I'll leave like the link to all the videos so far. Yeah. Just looking at the river beside me, or behind me. I assume it's all part of a Red River. I assume that's what it is, running through Camborne. I've got the camera mounted on the big tripod so I can stand up, because everywhere's wet. And there's like some seating over there, but it's a bit sort of cold. I thought I'd rather just stand up, to be honest. So I brought the big tripod with me, but we can manoeuvre that around a little bit. I can kind of manoeuvre that to show you the river that I'm standing beside. Yeah. See if we can line this back up, because I'm quite backlit where I am, but I'm trying to kind of avoid that. There we go. If you've never been to the Tuckingmill Valley Park and you're in this area, I would recommend popping in here, because it's relatively quiet. You get some dog walkers. It's a skate park the further in you go, and you can kind of have a stroll around all of these. Like, there's like a few little bits of mine workings up there and whatnot. And like I said, we have videoed this place before. We videoed it a few months ago. So again, I'll leave a link in the description. I can't remember if I've said that or not. I might be repeating myself now. Oh yeah, that burnt bit of bottom. Oh no, I lost a bit of veg. Yeah, that burnt bottom, that's really nicely coming through now. Just, yeah, that's good. That was a good pasty. Get my water in Berryman's. Picked up this. Had this might have been our first video that we did. Well, not the first video, but the first video with this series. I think we got this coastal spring water. This is the one with like the lifeboats. Oh. Yeah, I enjoyed that. Good pastry, nice little crimp, not ridiculously large, because sometimes you can get a pasty and you can get a really huge crimp, which just, you know, you're just eating pastry, aren't you? Meat was quite nice in that one, nicely seasoned, overall nicely seasoned. Veg was not like a mush in the middle. Good burnt bottom, like I said. I think I'm going to go straight in with a 7 on that. 7 out of 10 for Berryman's. That was a good pasty. They probably fed many a miner, or later generations of miners. I think, like I said, I think Berryman's have been a thing since around about the 1960s, so that's like 60 odd years. And when did the last tin mine close? 90s, was it? Late 90s? That would have been South Crofty up here. So yeah, they probably had about 30 years worth of feeding miners. Alright, 7 out of 10. Good job, Berryman's. Just walking around with a gigantic tripod, looking a little bit ridiculous. But that's okay. Thought I would change the angle a little bit for my next pasty. That's gonna be way too bright in my eyes, and then you're gonna see the shadow of this camera, microphone and everything. Let me see. I don't know, I'll go find somewhere. Here's that nice table, but like I said, they're like I don't know, they're like stone seats, and I was worried that my butt would get a bit cold. And like I said, everywhere is quite wet. But like I said, this is a nice little area to have a picnic at, really. That river where I was standing is just over there. You've got this picnic table here. It is very awkward actually filming with the with the very tall tripod. I'm kind of just holding it right up in the air. And there's like this little barbecue area over here, which obviously I won't be using today because I have procured my pasties. But yeah, it's like a little barbecue area. You can just like bring your own stuff, get set up, and utilise that table. Yeah, so it's not a bad little setup here in Tuckingmill. Whoa, in in Tuckingmill Valley Park. I like it. Like I said, I do recommend popping along if you're up in this area because it is nice. Right, I think what I might do, I might venture a little bit further into the park, find a nice little place to eat my second pasty, the Barnecutt. I think that's the plan. Look at that. If there's ever a reminder that we are in an industrial, we're in a former industrial area, shall I put it that way? But yeah, that big like smokestack chimney thing from our mining heritage. See if we can kind of get in there somewhere and eat our pasty. So there is like a path here to get into the smokestack, but actually you'd have to be like fording a river and stuff like that. I'm not going to be doing that today, so that's right, we'll find another way around so I can get into the bushes. Goodness. Right, the access point to that other chimney was like, you know, miles away, so I've decided to go for this one because I found another one and I'm going to just utilise it. Why not? Right, let's get the Barnecutt pasty. Let's see what they're like. Ooh. Nice sheltered little spot actually. It's quite nice in here. It's a very tall chimney. I bet that's a good sort of, I don't know, 60 feet? Oh, it's quite high. Right, Barnecutt. Got a feeling these are from, I want to say they're like in the, like St Austell area. They're not like, they're not, you wouldn't, I've never found, there's not one in Penzance, that's what I'm trying to say. Right, now we do not have a burnt bottom. Now I don't know if it's automatic, the pastry is a little bit more flaky actually. I don't know whether that is an actual flaky pastry or whether it is their just their version of a short crust. I don't know. But not a burnt bottom, but a nice little crimp on it. I tend to eat that way around. For some reason I always tend to eat the crimp on like the left side as I look at it. I don't know why, but that's just me. Oh darn it, no, it is a flaky pastry. Oh. Okay, that's right, we'll go with it. Maybe they don't do short crust, I don't know. They probably do, they must do. Spit my lip. Alright. This is difficult because, yeah, this is a difficult one because it's difficult to compare because the pastry is so different. When you just usually ask for a, you know, medium steak, I don't know, it's usually a given that it's a short crust. That said, it's quite nice pastry, it's, you know, yeah. Ooh. Hot. Again, like Berryman's, not over the top with seasoning. Nicely seasoned. You can taste the seasoning, but it's not, it doesn't blow your socks off like some of them. That's, yeah, it's quite a nice pasty. Bravo! Dropped a bit of meat. That's a disaster in the world of pasty eating. A little cross section there. It's steaming away, you can see it in the sun. Yeah, because it's a flaky pastry, it's a little bit more it's a bit more squishy, do you know what I mean? Because the pastry isn't so like robust as short crust is. Size-wise, it's about the same size as Berryman's, so you know, sort of half decent little medium. Little medium. Is it called an oxymoron? Is it an oxymoron when you know, look at that huge shrimp. It's like when someone says, I'll be back in a little minute. Minute's a minute, right? Can't have a little minute or a big minute. It's just 60 seconds. Okay, so that's some meat. The meat has been devoured. Might be a little bit more in the back. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, a little bit more. What says Cornwall more than that, like a remnant of our industrial past, and this, a pasty. If you're going to eat a pasty at a former tin mine. You don't have to. You do it in your own home, in the street, on a beach, eat a pasty anywhere really, can't you? Actually, I think that's a good point. I think the pasty, it's like a mobile food, isn't it? You know, yes, you can get a takeout burger. You can just take your burger and, you know, if it's wrapped up, you can wander off with it and whatnot. But I don't know, pasty holds its heat. I mean, a burger, as an example, will go cold quickly. But a pasty, because of the way they are, with this sort of encased deliciousness, they keep their heat. They do stay hot for a while, because again, I bought this, well, by the time I stank down, I don't know how long I bought this ago. I've eaten another pasty since then. Plane, they're going overhead. I might have to put, when I mark this one, I might have to put like a little asterisk beside it, because I didn't intend to pick up a flaky pastry. And that's a shame, because I don't want it to influence the result, although it will influence it slightly, because I'm less fond of flaky pastry. I prefer short crust. The taste is there. Yeah, nice pasty. I do like that. I will buy another one from Barnecutt. I think they're a bigger bakery. I think they're there's only like 3 Berrymans around locally, but I think like further up north, up in Cornwall, I think there's like around the St Austell area. They're kind of around. There's one up in Plymouth now. I think there's about 11 or 12 of them. That was alright. My goodness, that sun is very bright. It's a wintry day, I must say. So, the all important marking. So we gave Berryman's Bakery, what did I say? 7. Gave him a 7 out of 10, because that was a really good one. This had all the right parts in all the right places. They've been making pasties since 1930. I think as stated there on the little date stamp. I don't know if you can see that there in the camera. There it is. Look. But yeah, not what I expected. Like I said, I expected a short crust. That was probably my fault. Maybe I didn't specify. I think with an asterisk attached, because I think that would be fair. I have to always revisit these at some point and sort of amend the marking. But I think with an asterisk attached, I think I'm going to go with a 6 out of 10 for Malcolm Barnecutt. Good all-round pasty. Oh, look, stuck in my teeth. Good all-round pasty. Definitely does the job. I think a good, strong, solid 6. Berryman's in the town had 7. Yeah. I think that's what we'll do. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed both those pasties. Need some more water now. Get that from my backpack. Do you remember in the last video I was trying to put my water bottle with my left hand in this side, and I was thinking, where the heck is the pouch? Because I was in completely the wrong side, because it's actually on the right hand side of my backpack, or my right. Nice water. I like, you know me, I like my Coca-Colas and like your fizzy pop and all that sort of stuff, but I think we've got to be a little bit more sensible and drink more water. If you hear all those cars, so we've actually, you can't see any of it because it's quite a long way that way, but all that traffic, I don't know if you can hear it. You can probably hear it. I've got the bigger microphone out today. But that's the A30 basically. To my right, as you're looking, your left. Maybe, I don't know, I get confused. But yeah, that's the A30 that runs in that direction. But outside of that, it's a very quiet, peaceful place. I was chatting to one lady who was walking her dog a minute ago, and she actually said she said that she liked pasties from both Berryman's and Barnecutt, which was interesting. So, but yeah, this is a nice place. Like I said earlier in the video, I do recommend popping out to the Tuckingmill Valley Park. Anyway, as always, thank you for watching. I do hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, smash the bell, and you'll never miss out on any video that we put up on YouTube. We're on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter at The Bright Side, so check us out there. So from us to you, cheers and gone. That's the setup I've had today. Just filming this off the phone, just so you can see what camera I've used. Like I said, the bigger microphone on today. It's just an add-on there. It just sort of clips in the side. And like I said, the long tripod, the tall tripod, just to make it a little bit easier for filming. But that's it. That's what I've been using today. Really? Wet feet. Oh, that is unpleasant.